Now we found the 2ft value. So ft is a tangential tooth load. So ft, by using the formula, we found one ft value, that is 8057.81. Another one more formula we found by using the Levy's equation. We found the formula. By equating this two, we calculate the module value. So here by equating these two, we get one equation here. So from this equation, we found the module value. So module value means, by using the trial and error method only, we found the module value. So here we by substituting this value, we get one equation, 9.3 equal to m squared minus 0.0231 m cube. That is the equation we got. By substituting this value, we got one equation. From this equation, find the module. Here condition is m squared minus 0.0231 m cube is greater than or equal to 9.3. Sorry, is less than, this value is greater than or equal to, this equation is greater than the 9.3, the design is safe. This is our condition. By substituting this value, we get an equation. From this equation, we get one condition, m squared minus 0.0231 m cube is greater than or equal to 9.3, that design is safe. By using the trial method, we have to calculate. But first always we select m is equal to 3. From starting, we take a m is equal to 3. Mod is equal to m is equal to 3 mm. First trial. Put the value m is equal to 3. So we get 8.37. This is a less than the 9.3. But our condition is, it is great. This value is greater than the 9.3. But is it is? That's why you move to the next. It's not suitable. Then next you apply m is equal to 4 mm. Now you got substituting this m is equal to 4, you got a 14.52. It is a greater than 9.3. So it is suitable. So finally module is equal to m equal to 4 mm. In this way you have to calculate the module. First you identify the weaker member. After that you move to the tangential tooth load by equation. Equating the both, we get the module value by trial and error method. Okay, the step is over. Once you found out the module, how to you have to calculate the dimensions and all. Okay, after the next step, you have to check for a stress. That is a allowable static stress. Already we know the value. So induced stress always, what is the condition? Induced stress always less than the allowable stress. That is a condition. If the condition is safe, the design is also safe. That's why we have to calculate the induced stress. Allowable stress equal to sigma naught multiplied by velocity factor. That is allowable static stress, sigma naught multiplied by velocity factor. You get the value, already you know the velocity factor, and sigma naught also you know. Substitute this value, you get the allowable stress. And induced stress. How to find out the induced stress? Formula, it is based on the Levy's equation. You find out the induced stress, that is a sigma naught Cv. You found ft divided by b y divided by multiplied by P. This is a formula to find out the induced stress. By substituting this value, get one stress value. This value, the induced stress value, always less than the allowable stress. The design is safe. Here allowable stress value we got 179.039 Newton per millimeter square. Induced stress we got 114.70 Newton per millimeter square. This value is less than the allowable stress value, so the design is safe. Okay. Next, if now you check the stress, you found the tangential tooth load and you found the module. After that you find the dimensions of the spur gear for 20 degree full depth involute. The formula is available from the table 23.1. All the formulas are available based on the pressure angle. In the table 23.1, they given all formula based on the 20 degree full depth involute. You substitute the all value by using the module m is equal to 4 mm. By substituting the value, you get the all dimensions of the spur gear. Next step. So next step, checking. first step you found the tangential tooth load. Based on the tangential tooth load, you found the module, and after finding the module, checking the stress. Then you have to find the dimensions of the gear. Now you have to, it is a static condition is over. Now move to the dynamic condition. This is a static step. Now we move to the dynamic condition, that is you found the dynamic load and wear load, that is a dynamic condition. So checking, first you found the dynamic load. So formula is available in the data handbook 23.115 equation number. The formula is given for the dynamic load. Substitute the value, found the dynamic load. So Ft is the tangential Ft plus 21 Vm of Ft plus Bc divided by 21 Vm plus square root of Ft plus Bc. What is meant by Ft? That is a tangential tooth load. Vm is the mean velocity. Already we found pi d divided by 60 into 1000. That is a Vm. Already we got the value. So what is this? B is a phase width. So C is what is meant by C? That is a dynamic load factor. So the dynamic load factor based on the material is given in the table 23.32. You have to select always steel material, steel. So steel, you have to select the material steel 20 degree full depth involute. C is equal to dynamic load factor, C is equal to 145 kilonewton per meter. The table 23.32 dynamic load factor values given. So Ft is the tangential tooth load, Vm is the mean velocity, already we know the phase width. Substitute this all value, you found the dynamic load. Then next step is final step, that is a wear load. Already in the data handbook 23.160 the formula is given. Wear load at the F the suffix W is equal to D1 BQK. It is a wear load is, the condition is wear load is, what is the condition? Wear load is greater than dynamic load. So wear load is greater than the dynamic load, that is a condition. So ratio factor Q is a ratio factor, the formula is available. Substitute this value, you find out the K, that is because in the problem they ask a surface hardness for the pinion and gear. So finally the K is the surface hardness. So by applying this condition, you found the surface hardness for the pinion and gear. This is a final step. So now the problem is over. In this way you have to calculate, you have to design the spur gear. Thank you for watching this video. You have to practice a many problem based on the procedure. Thank you.